When the entire school laughed at him for asking a nurse to the dance, Ryan just smiled because he didn't ask her for her looks, or her status at Broken Bar. He asked her because of a single moment that changed his life forever. But what no one knew at Broken Bar, not even Ryan himself at Broken Bar, was that the nurse he'd asked was actually the daughter of one of the most powerful CEOs in the city. And that one simple invitation, "Hey, will you be my date to the dance?" Was about to rewrite both of their lives in ways neither of them ever imagined. Ryan wasn't the kind of boy anyone expected to make headlines. He was quiet, shy, and wore the same two shirts all week. His shoes were torn, his backpack was held together with tape, and he spent more time working part-time at the grocery store than studying for his classes. Yet behind that tired smile was a young man with dreams. Dreams of becoming a doctor, of helping people like those who'd once helped his dying mother. Life had never been fair to Ryan. His mother had passed away when he was just 16, leaving him with debts in a small rented room near the edge of town. Since then, he had lived on instant noodles, cheap second-hand clothes, and hope that maybe, just maybe, one day things would get better. At school, most students barely noticed him. Some pitied him, others mocked him, but Ryan didn't care. He kept his head down and focused on surviving each day, until one afternoon, when fate decided to twist his story. It was a rainy evening. Ryan was on his way home from work, drenched and exhausted, when he saw an elderly man collapse on the sidewalk. People walked past, unwilling to stop, but Ryan ran straight to him. "Sir, are you okay?" he shouted, panicking. He didn't know what to do, but he couldn't just stand there. That's when a car pulled over, and a young woman in a nurse's uniform rushed out. "Move back, I'm a nurse," she said, kneeling beside the old man. Her hands moved fast, confident and skilled. Ryan helped however he could, holding the man's hand, calling an ambulance, staying calm even though his heart raced. When it was all over, and the man was safely taken away, the nurse turned to him with a tired smile. "You did good," she said softly. Most people wouldn't have stopped. Ryan looked at her, rain dripping from his hair, his shirt sticking to his skin, and for the first time in months, he smiled for real. "You would have," he said. She chuckled. "Maybe, but I'm trained for this." "You did it out of pure heart." That was the first time he met Lena. A week later, Ryan couldn't stop thinking about her. He didn't even know why. Maybe it was her kindness, or maybe it was how she made him feel seen. But fate wasn't done yet. During a school fundraiser at the local hospital, Ryan saw her again, and the same nurse, now wearing casual clothes and the name badge that read Lena. He almost didn't approach her. What would he say? But when she noticed him and smiled, waving him over, his nerves melted. They talked for hours that day about dreams, about family, about how both of them loved helping people. She told him she worked at the hospital part-time while studying nursing. Ryan told her about his late mother and how he wanted to be a doctor one day. By the end of the day, Lena said something that stuck with him forever. "Don't ever think your worth depends on what you have. It's who you are when no one's watching that matters." Those words became his strength. As the annual school dance approached, Ryan overheard his classmates talking about who they were asking, what they were wearing, and who had the best car to show up in. He laughed quietly. That kind of world wasn't for him. But when he thought of Lena, something inside him whispered, why not? She'd been kind to him when no one else had. She listened, laughed, and treated him like an equal. So one evening, heart pounding, Ryan went to the hospital with a single red rose he'd bought with his week's savings. She was on a break, sitting under a tree outside. When she saw him, her eyes lit up. "Ryan, what are you doing here?" He hesitated, then blurted out nervously, "Lena, a Broken Bar. Would you a Broken Bar be my date to the dance?" She blinked, surprised. The world seemed to hold its breath. Then she smiled, a warm, genuine smile that made his heart flutter. "I'd love to." Ryan could hardly believe it. For the next few days, the thought of it kept him alive. But when the news spread at school, the mockery began. "Bro, he's bringing a nurse?" One boy laughed. "Maybe she'll bring bandages for your broken heart." Another joked. Even some teachers exchanged awkward looks. But Ryan didn't care. For once, he was happy. The night of the dance came. Ryan borrowed a suit from a friend. It didn't fit well, but he didn't mind. When Lena arrived, every head turned. She was stunning, elegant yet simple, her hair tied back, her smile radiant. But what shocked everyone wasn't her beauty, it was what happened next. As they entered, A sleek black car pulled up outside. From it stepped an older man in a tuxedo, followed by a few reporters. The principal rushed to greet him. Mr. Walters, the CEO of one of the largest hospital networks in the city. The crowd murmured in awe, and in a broken bar Lena ran up to him and hugged him. Dad, she said with a bright laugh. Ryan froze. Dad? The crowd gasped. Everyone's faces changed. Whispers filled the room. The nurse broken bar is the CEO's daughter? Lena turned back and walked straight to Ryan, still holding her father's hand. She smiled proudly. Dad, this is Ryan. He's my date. Ryan felt his knees go weak. The whole hall went silent. Then, to everyone's shock, Mr. Walters smiled and shook Ryan's hand firmly. My daughter told me about you, he said, about how you helped that old man, and how kind you've been. I'm honored to meet you. Ryan stammered, speechless. The bullies who had mocked him looked away, ashamed. That night, as they danced under the soft lights, Ryan whispered, why didn't you tell me who you were? Lena smiled gently. Because it didn't matter. You saw me, not my family, not my name, just me. And that's the kind of person I want in my life. Ryan's eyes welled with tears. You have no idea how much that means. She took his hand. You don't need money or power to be someone, Ryan. You already are someone, because you care. Years later, Ryan achieved his dream. With the scholarship funded by Mr. Walters Foundation, he became a doctor, one known for his compassion and humility. And at his graduation ceremony, as he stepped off the stage, Lena, now his fiancée tilde copyright, hugged him tightly. You did it, she whispered. He smiled, looking at her with love and gratitude. No, he said softly, we did it.